And you've still got some tape on your skin to keep things nice and smooth.
Honestly, I'm hoping Tammy sees a new...
Tammy stared at herself in the mirror, her breath catching in her throat. The reflection was familiar yet distant, a woman trapped by decades of pain, fear, and overwhelming weight. At 35, Tammy weighed nearly 500 pounds, one of the sisters featured on 1,000-Pound Sisters on TLC. She had tried diets, therapists, even bariatric surgery, but the journey had been anything but linear. Every step forward was met with emotional and physical setbacks. Her doctor had told her time and again that weight loss was critical, not just for appearance but for survival. Tammy wasn't blind to the truth. But the road ahead seemed impossible. One afternoon, Tammy's sister Amy stopped by, her own struggles mirrored in her eyes. "Tammy," she said gently, "what if we try something new? Not just diets or pills, but a whole lifestyle change. Together." For the first time in a long time, Tammy felt a flicker of hope. Maybe she didn't have to face this alone. Together, they promised to support each other, in meal plans, workouts, and, most importantly, the emotional battle that came with transformation. Tammy began with small changes, swapping soda for water, short walks around the house, breathing exercises to manage anxiety. The first few weeks were grueling. Her body protested, and old habits clawed at her resolve. But each morning, Tammy looked in the mirror and whispered, "You can do this." Slowly, the pounds started to come off. Months passed, and Tammy's efforts began to show. Her face, once round and tired, started to regain its contours. She bought new clothes, brighter colors, different styles, clothes that reflected the woman she was becoming inside. She experimented with makeup for the first time in years, letting her personality shine through. Friends and family noticed. Compliments came, but Tammy knew this was more than skin deep. The journey wasn't without setbacks. Tammy had days when the scale stalled, when cravings overwhelmed her, and when emotional scars threatened to undo progress. One particularly hard day, after a binge episode, Tammy broke down. But instead of giving up, she called her therapist, who reminded her that transformation was a marathon, not a sprint. Tammy learned to forgive herself, to keep moving forward despite imperfections. After a year, Tammy stood in front of the mirror wearing a dress she never thought she could pull off. Her transformation was visible, yes, but it was the confidence in her eyes that truly shone. The TLC cameras caught her smile as she said, "This isn't just a new look. It's a new life." Her journey was far from over, but Tammy was no longer defined by her weight. She was defined by her courage, resilience, and the woman she chose to become every day.